Alright, so if you walk me through this car, what has been done, and I think you have done mostly everything.
Everything on this car, yeah. So the engine is pretty much fully built by me. So I use my own pistons, my own rods. It has cams, all the stuff that I sell through my shop. And upgraded springs. It's 2JZ VVTi.
Mm-hmm.
This is my turbo and the wastegate. Pretty much everything on here is stuff from my shop. So everything that I sell, it goes on my cars. I use it. I know it works when I test it. And there's many other drift cars and street cars using it. So they see me in the race, winning races, and they know, okay.
Yeah.
You know? So and I show, like, here, everyone look, here's my car at the race. You can see it for yourself, you know?
So this is basically, you did an engine swap from RB20 DT to 2JZ, right?
Yeah, originally this car is RB20, and actually this particular car, when I bought it 6-7 years ago, it had RB26.
Alright.
Fully built and this and that. It just didn't drive good, didn't do what I needed to do, so
yeah.
After trying to change this, change that, I just decided to take, at first I wanted to sell everything, because I wanted to buy a stock body, not the Skyline body car. But I posted like a picture of the car, and then within like 5 minutes some guy wanted to buy the engine, and he came right away. And at that time I didn't, you know, I was like, okay, fine, I'll just sell the engine and then get some money so I can buy another. I pieced together like a whole engine, a whole swap. So I sold it very cheap, actually. I didn't know at the time, but whatever. And then I bought, a head, I bought a block. Actually, I had a block. I bought a head, I bought intake, I bought random parts that I was missing, and I put together an engine. And I put it in there, and that was the engine that last time at the race.
Yeah.
That was in there for about 3 or 4 years of straight racing. Never had a problem, never took it out. And then I've always wanted to do the VVTi. That's why I built this new engine. So I took the old engine out. It's still in my shop, just in full engine, full form. I built this engine, and then I also upgraded to a Samson's 4-speed dog box.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I had stock transmission, and that's why, I don't know if you were here, you're probably not here. I had the stock transmission after like 2 years with no problems. I just blew up, and then the gears just ripped off.
From the RB engine? Or?
No, from the 1JZ stock 5-speed.
Okay, the R154.
Yeah. So after that, I was deciding what to do, and obviously that's a big budget thing. Yeah. So I was thinking, okay, put another one, upgrade it, or switch to some random. But I don't like conversions much. Yeah. So I was like kind of not leaning towards that, and everyone's like, oh, put this trend, that. And then so I rebuilt it. I had some guy rebuilt it for me. I thought it would be good. And it wasn't, the first time out it broke. So then I just kind of stopped, and I just thought about it, and I made a decision, okay, if I want to continue, I'll just bite it, just bite the bullet, buy the expensive, the race transmission, because hopefully it'll last longer, and it can handle the power. Yeah. So I started collecting money and whatever, and making the order, and then COVID came, and then I kind of just stopped everything for like almost 2 years, because there was no races and this and that, so I just, okay, I'm not in a rush. And then, yeah, then the transmission came, and then there was just other few things I was doing, this and that, and I didn't have time, and then finally I just did it. So
Yeah.
I finished it like a couple months ago, and then I just haven't been back to the race yet.
But you built all the engine in your shop, right? Yeah.
This whole car is built by me.
So you did like
all
all-
I don't do is paint. Everything else I did, and the roll bar and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything else I did it. The engine I put in, the clutch, transmission, everything, all the suspension, all the setup, all the tuning, everything.
What turbo you used in this one? What size?
This is my turbo also. It's the same as a 3582, but it's a little bit upgraded. It's a higher flow turbine, and I put a V-band housing on it.
All right.
I like to try different setups, so
Yeah.
it's good. So far, I didn't finish the final tune because I ran out of fuel pump the first time,
All right.
but it's already 700 horsepower.
700.
Yeah, and I wasn't even close to being done yet. I was actually surprised too. I thought it would be less, but I ran out of fuel pump, so I stopped.
Yeah.
And then now I put two fuel pumps, so I just haven't gone
What
back.
size of the fuel pump you running?
Right now I have two 450 pumps.
Okay.
Before I had
Walbro.
one, yeah, Walbro.
Oh.
Before I put the 525, I thought it would be enough. Like 700 is where I wanted to stop.
Yeah.
But I see the pressure dropping, so I said, okay, let me just put two. I figured two 450 is more than enough, so I
Yeah.
just took that one out and put two 450s. And then I just have to get back on the dyno just to do like the full boost if I want to make more power, pretty
Yeah.
much. But as of now, it's already pretty good. I just need to get back on track to test it out, you know, make sure I like the way everything is.
What engine management system you use? F-Con or?
No, I don't use F-Con. This is actually Adaptronic. I used to sell them, me and my brother,
Okay.
but they recently got bought by Haltech, and then
Oh, okay.
and then like 2 years after that they shut it down.
Oh.
And the owner of this company is now developing for Haltech.
All right.
So it's a good ECU, but yeah, now there's pretty much that's it. So I use it, I still have it, and then that's it. If one day whatever, then I have to probably change. But for now, it's good.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to use, so I like it.
And injection, I'm not sure is that what
Injectors.
Yeah.
So I'm the distributor of FIC of Thailand.
Yeah.
So I have FIC injectors in all my cars now.
All right.
And these ones are 1650, so more than what I need.
1650.
Yeah, I just wanted to everything over.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Even though I'm not gonna max them out, I wanted to make sure like fuel system is good, everything's, I want to do it all right one time, and then that's the way I like to do stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like to rip apart stuff every time. I want to do it once and hopefully it lasts a long time.
Yeah.
Some people every race they rip it apart, and I don't like doing that. If there's a problem, okay, I'll fix it. But
Yeah.
it shouldn't be a problem every time you drive it,
And I know, if I remember correct, last time I visited you a few years ago, there was one guy going to buy a turbo, but he has problem to connect it in the car because it was so hassle to reach everything. But you also do, clamps for it, so you recommended that guy to, why you don't change to put like...
Oh, you mean about the exhaust, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, most people, they use like flanges with bolts, and
Yeah.
it's very hard to reach some of the bolts. So this car also, I do it. I don't know if you can tell, see? But it's just so much easier. There's no gasket, and there's only one bolt to, if you ever need to take it off, you just take one bolt off. It saves a lot of time, a lot of hassle. You don't need to worry about the gasket leaking or breaking,
Yeah.
or going to find a specific gasket.
So this kind of work you also helping customer with if they need...
Yeah. Customers and friends, and people
Yeah.
that just, if they have a place to do it, then I let them do it. If not,
All right.
then I recommend them.
Yeah.
But I use it, so that's why I know it's good.
Yeah.
This is normal stuff. In America, everyone uses this, but here, it's slowly. Like now, more people are annoying. But at first, I would bring them, and the people were like, "How do I do this? I don't know." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay." So I would offer them both options. But slowly, people are, "Oh, okay, yeah, it's better. It's easier. It's nicer. It looks more nicer too."
Yeah.
So some people are like, "Oh yeah, I like that. I want that."
And it's good if you need to quick swap something.
Yeah, I mean, the worst thing is trying to get to a bolt, and it's like very in a tight space, and you're moving it very, very. You know, it takes you 1 hour to take a bolt out. It's like, oh, this is like 1 second. You know, it's too fast almost.
Yeah.
But also this is like you have to have the pipe perfectly there. You know.
Yeah.
With the other one, if it's not straight, they just kite it. They don't. You know, it's different type of people. Like as long as you do it nicely, like when you make the pipes, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Some people maybe they don't know exactly like how to use it. They're not comfortable with it, so up to the person.
Yeah. And also the wastegate and the dumps you're selling, or
the dumps, no. This is custom per car because depending on which car, which turbo. So I that after I install it, then we make that. But this is my wastegate. This is my turbo. I mean, these are all fittings, all my fittings, all my fuel rail. Everything on this car is sold in my shop.
all right.
Other than like the actual head and the block, and I'm not Toyota, so I sell the hoses. You know, I upgraded the master cylinder for the clutch because I have for that transmission I use an internal slave, so I have to use that type of master cylinder, so it works good. And you know, it's still basic, but it's everything you need, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you know, you can take this engine and put it in a street car and drive every day.
How is the response in this one? I mean, you have 700 horsepower, but is this like
still very like full 4,000 or 40 and a couple 400 4,000 or 4,000 and 300 is full.
Comparing to the street car, you have a much more lag, or is it like?
No, that's the thing with at least for me, for drifting, I need to have almost no lag.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't put a bigger. I could put a bigger turbo, and still be pretty good. But for me, I like it. Every time I touch the gas, I want it to.
Yeah.
So and now people are using NOS, so they put bigger turbos plus NOS.
Okay.
But I don't really want to do that yet. So
they wear out then, I think.
Yeah, it's a lot more. And then every time you're at the race, you have to fill it up, and then if you run out of it, it's an extra hassle for me.
Yeah.
And I think in Thailand it's not necessary. We don't have tracks that are.
Yeah.
I think even 600 horsepower is way too much.
Yeah, sure.
So for me, this is good. I mean, this is like right when you touch it, just boom.
Yeah.
It's especially with the gearing now, it's a lot more closer ratio. So it doesn't, when you shift the gears, it keeps the power longer. Like the gears are way shorter, so way closer together. With the old transmission, the stock one, sometimes third would be a little too long, second would be a little too short. So you kind of have to find the sweet spot. But it's a lot better now. Yeah.
And this one, what coil are you running in this?
I just changed the coil. These are my own top hats that I developed and I sell.
All right.
But the coilovers, I just got some DG5 from Japan.
All right.
I want to try them. I hear everyone say they're good, so I said, okay, let me do it. When I bought everything, I changed everything else, so I did that too.
And they're fully adjustable, right?
Yeah, I mean you have the adjustment on the bottom for the fronts. I haven't tested out, so I haven't set it up 100% yet. It's just kind of near to what I had before.
Yeah.
And then as I drive it more, I'll just fine tune it. You know?
Yeah.
But they seem good. Better than what I had. I had some old coilovers that the springs were all the wrong K and the front was way too soft. Back then I didn't change, like I knew it was like needed to be changed, and I was like, I'll just work around it, you know. But now that I took the car apart, like stripped everything, it was just a shell.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, this time whatever I'm putting back on, it's gonna be like long turbo.
Yeah.
So I did whatever I didn't like or wasn't good or whatever, I just changed it.
Yeah.
Because I don't like I said, I don't like doing things many times. So I want to put the engine in and that's it. I don't want to take it out and redo this and redo that. New clutch, new transmission, new engine, new suspension.
Well, but the clutch, what brand is it?
It's I used to sell clutches, so it's the ones that I used to sell, but I don't sell them anymore.
Okay.
But it's like a triple disc clutch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to sell them like 3 years ago or so, 4 years ago. Maybe.
Yeah.
But now I don't sell them anymore.
This is the Thai clutch, or is it that?
No, it's not a Thai clutch. That's why I don't sell them. There's a lot more clutches coming, so I just I don't really focus on clutches. I would just bring them because before it was hard to find a clutch like that was either not really expensive or you know didn't work good. So you couldn't find like either you find a used one that's bad or you buy like a new one for 80,000 or whatever.
All right.
Or maybe even more for a triple disc. So I bring these and I'm like, you know, just triple disc. It handles like 1,200 horsepower and it's a good price. I was selling them for like 30-some thousand, so it's very cheap.
Oh, that was cheap.
Yeah, for a triple disc.
Yeah.
So I still have it. So and it's always rebuildable. You can change the discs and resurface it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know the clutch is good, engine, everything is good. Transmission is good. It should last a long time.
Yeah. And the wheels are 265 in this, right?
Yeah, this also.
Is this the maximum width you can use in Thai when you compete?
In Thailand, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they regulate the front. Before they did regulate to maximum 265.
Yeah.
But since then, they updated a bunch of rules. I'm not sure if you're allowed to run bigger or not. Or maybe depending on the class, I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay. Different classes.
But I ran this 265 also before.
Yeah.
But before they would have, I don't know if it's only the rear or front and rear, I'm not sure. Before they would have like different levels, different tires.
Yeah.
And now they changed that whole thing. Now they have like the same, depending which race you enter. So one tire for like everyone.
Yeah.
And they let you pick, okay, you want this tire, that tire, and then everyone picks, and then they just use that same tire. So it's fair in that way because you have everyone's on the same tire. So you know that's cool.
Is there any regulation about the treadwear or something?
Not yet. Not in Thailand.
Right.
But that's why the other one that gives you the same tire, so everyone's on the same tire.
Yeah.
But before it was like put whatever you want. So if one guy has a really good tire, one guy has a cheap tire, it's kind of hard for him to compete with that guy. But and I mean, you know, nowadays the tires are really sticky. So if you come on a normal tire that's like a good tire, and this guy has like these tires are like they're like race. I mean, look, you just put your nail. Look how sticky they are. So if you're trying to compete on a regular street tire, it's hard with the guy who's using that. I just put them on the front, but if you want to actually really compete, you kind of have to because you know they're almost racing with budgets here. Not with.
How much is for one set compared to Sweden? What's the price for one set of?
For which tire? This one?
This one.
This one, I got it from my friend from it's like a discount for the racer price.
Yeah.
It's like almost 5,000 baht per tire.
Per tire, okay.
I don't know. I think in America they're a lot more. I'm not sure actually. I don't know what they. But this is like they have less. They have another one lower that's less sticky. I'm not sure what they call it, but I saw my friend has it. It's not like this. It's normal. Still a good tire, but it's not as sticky.
But I can see they have very deep cuts and they have a lot of rubber, I guess.
Yeah, this tire is actually made, I guess, for drifting.
Yeah.
It's like it kind of like no one else really uses it, I think.
Yeah.
So I haven't fully tested it, but I think it's a good tire.
Yeah. I know one.
Those ones I used to use. They're also a good tire, but the factory I guess got bought out, so they're not producing that anymore. So that's why now people are switching to these tires. In Thai market, it's either like really cheap tires or like this, and that used to be that. So it's kind of weird. There's not that many options. Yeah. There is, but not that many good options. In America, you have Nido, Hankook, so many Nexen. But it's a good tire.
Yeah.
Like I said, for Thailand, I mean, even a tire lesser than this is enough. Like this is very sticky. It's not necessary for like we're racing in parking lots, you know. But it's good.
I have some friends in Japan, two drifters.
They use this is like a Japanese developed tire. Or whatever. It's still made in China, but it's like designed or whatever by them.
So they have.
These are also the rims of this brand.
Really?
I bought them through a friend. Yeah.
I didn't know they make rims.
Yeah, they don't. But I thought they did, and that's why I bought them. But because they have another look that's really light, and that's why I wanted lighter weight wheels. But I like this design, so I said, oh, and in the website they didn't list the weights on these, but when I got them, they're just heavy.
Yeah.
So I was kind of disappointed.
Oh, okay.
But I like the way they look.
Yeah.
But they're just a normal rim in my eyes. It's just regular weight. It's not like a super lightweight.
They're not forged rim, no.
I don't think
Can't
so.
cost maybe.
I think it's regular. They're just regular, like every other rim, pretty much normal.
Right.
But the other ones are like the same size, was like under 10K. It's like 9 something.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, nice. These ones are like, I forgot, 13 or.
Yeah.
It sounds like a little bit, but it's a lot, especially if you add it up 4.
Yeah.
And on the front end, I mean, we're turning, a lot all the time. It really helps. And it's a lot more heavy, a lot more load on all your suspension, all your arms, bushings, everything.
Yeah.
So that's why I bought these. But they look good, but I'm just disappointed that they're not light. I wanted them to be very light.
How have you rebuilt the suspension setups in this way to get camber and
yeah, so
wheeling?
I have lower control arms that I modified myself. I have knuckles that I used to have my own, and then I bought upgraded ones because I wanted to try them. And then I have my own top hat where I can relocate the coilover position to adjust camber caster. Yeah. As you can see, it's usually your coilover would be here. Mine is like here now. So I made these because it gives you so I can rotate this wherever I want. All right. So for people that want to use it for street or circuit or drift or however they want to adjust their alignment, it gives you like so many more options than just here and there.
Okay.
Usually you have it either they're just there or you have just a slide up and down for camber.
Yeah. And this one you sell also in your.
Yeah, I sell these too. Yeah. Stuff that I use I sell. So like I want that, so I'm like, okay, I'll put the time and effort to make it, and then I also sell it.
But how you make? You have like a CNC?
No, I don't physically make. I do the design, and then I send get a factory to make for me.
I understand. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. Well, that's the way I can keep the cost down.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's other companies also doing this, but they're selling them at maybe 3 times the price. So,
oh, okay.
So I just make my own, and if anyone needs it, so it's an option.
Yeah.
Because not everyone is, some people are on a budget, so that's what I try to help everyone. Like whoever, no matter your budget, you can make it work with what you have, Yeah, that's about it. This one's just only that. Nothing inside, just race car. I used to have air conditioning actually. I took it out this time. Yeah, I had air conditioning, and once I put that transmission, it's pretty much not a car that I'm gonna drive often. So I just decided to do full on. I mean, there's nothing inside. It's just the bare minimum what you need.
Who made the roll cage for you?
The roll cage, I'm not sure. I bought the body with the roll cage.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a nice one, so that's why I picked the car. Yeah, the only thing I don't do is paint and the roll bar stuff. That was just the way that it came. So yeah, it's not fully tied up. I didn't secure anything. It still kind of looks messy, but I have those panels I think they're right there. I just
and I see now this says sequential gearbox in this one.
No, not sequential. It's still H pattern.
Okay.
It's 4-speed, no synchro. It's dog gear. So it's like for racing.
Yeah. But you still need to use the clutch, right?
To take off. Yeah. Yeah. I still use it to shift too because I want it to last as long as possible. But you can technically shift without it. But for me, I mean, I'm used to it anyway, so it's not a big deal. But you have to drive them differently. Yeah. You can't drive them like a soft. You have to really hit them when you put it in gear. Oh. Because if you shift them slowly, you're actually damaging them.
All right.
Yeah. It's very different than a normal car.
Is it because it's dog rings?
Yeah. So you can't like slide it. You have to just put it in. Because if you slow it, it'll catch and grind the gears. Not the gears, grind the dogs. Yeah. So they're made to go in. So you have to just put it in, almost kind of like force it in. Yeah. It's kind of weird, but as long as you understand it, like it's not bad. and also there's like a spot where it kind of naturally wants to go in the right RPM, right. You gotta kind of match the revs and stuff.
Yeah. All right. I know there's D1 Thailand next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna go, but I don't know. I just
Maybe expensive to compete.
yeah. I don't know what happened. I finished the car, and then the plan was to go test it, and then I just parked it, and I don't know what happened.
Right.
Lack of motivation, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'm one person too, so it's hard. I gotta arrange the tow truck, arrange the tires, arrange the tool, arrange the car, arrange. And I go there, put on the suit. I'm sweating. It's hot. For me, it's a lot. Like it's tiring.
It's in Buriram also, so it's a little bit to
it's
go.
far, and the hotel, and it's a lot of things to do, and
yeah.
I don't have like a full like mechanic team and this and that, so it's a lot.
Yeah, you do everything alone, I know. So
Yeah,
it's
I'd like to have someone, but
yeah,
just more budget.
all right.
อันตรายดูไว้ดีครับโอ้โหพี่เมื่อกี้บอกเปิดบอกแรกนี่เสียวแวบเลยครับคันหน้านี่มาโบกใส่ได้ไหมดูรีเพย์ครับมาดูตอนสตาร์ทเลยดูนะครับ